All right, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Stays Between Us. I am joined by an amazing person, super talented. His name is Julian.
Thank you very much.
Julian is a co-founder of Dance and also AF Dance. He's been acting in China, in New Zealand. He has a business. He's studying as well in future tech. He sings as well. He plays the piano as well. Amazing at plumbing. Amazing at everything. Yeah. So my first question to you is, what do you not do? Like, what are you not good at?
A lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like the most basic things. I'm really bad at taking a break sometimes. To be
Really?
honest, sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for people who don't know, Julian, he's an amazing bachata dancer. Both the dance schools that he has founded are all bachata. You guys don't teach salsa, right? For now, just bachata for now. Just bachata.
Yeah.
So do check him out on Instagram. And he's my teacher as well right now. So and he does a lot of international tourings as well. So if you guys want to get in touch, I'll hit him up. He's the most humble, friendliest, but one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. But thank you so much for taking the time out and being on the podcast. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm pretty chill, having a good time.
Nice.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Oh, no, it's all good, man.
You know,
it's all good.
doing really good stuff.
Thank you for coming. I remember when I met you, I was like, hey, do you want to do this? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, really? you sure? Like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, okay, that's fucking amazing.
Thanks, man.
So, I mean, you have an Asian background.
Yep.
And you've been here since you were 5, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But also, you're amazing at bachata, which is like not in New Zealand. It's not in China. How did you get into it?
Oh, it's a long story.
Is it?
So basically, so when I was a kid, right? So my mom was always kind of busy because the first bunch of immigrants.
Yep.
They don't have much money, right?
Yep.
So after school, they put us in some program, whether it's guitar or martial arts or dance.
Yeah.
Now, I want to do martial arts. My mom didn't want me to fight. She put me in ballet class, some random ballet class, and said it was kung fu.
Really?
Remember, yeah, and I was like, yeah, let's go. You know, and then that's the story. But jokes aside, I love dancing.
Yeah.
It's like it makes me feel like who I really am, because I've always struggled to communicate verbally.
Yeah.
As a kid. And I feel like the only time I can really express myself
Is
when I move.
Yeah.
That's how I communicate.
Yeah.
So
I just fix your mic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and
don't you think that's a little bit unsafe for, like, I mean, just saying, like, if, for example, you're getting into a fight and you're like,
let's go.
and then it's just like a dance battle and the guy's like, the fuck?
yeah, that didn't work out. My first fight was terrible. I realized I'm a bleeder. So, yeah, definitely a level not fighter, my friend.
So
Yeah.
how long have you been dancing?
Oh, I mean, like, depends. That's a hard question to ask. I mean, like, do you count from the first dance class?
First dance
bachata dance class. Oh, for bachata dance.
Bachata,
Oh.
yeah.
So I first started dancing tango.
Really?
Yeah, tango, and I was like young, so high school.
Yeah.
And then I remember this is like before salsa bachata became like this big thing, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I was doing tango in my room. I was like, because because my mom was obsessed with Western cultures. Like most of Asian parents is obsessed with like the high society, culture. And I was like, kind of sucked into it as well. And so I started doing tango. But then I remember in a tango party, I heard like the sound, ba, 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 ba. I was like, what is this? Like, this sound.
Sounds cool.
Sounds cool. So I went to the other room, opened the door, and I saw these people dancing and spinning around, having a good time. And I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So I went inside and gave it a go, and that's how it happened, man. That was like, 15 years ago.
But like, why bachata out of all the dances that you have ever done?
Well, at that time, in a social, there was salsa.
Yeah.
There was merengue, and bachata was just kind of coming in.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really much of like bachata as we have now.
Yeah.
It was just people trying to figure things out. And I love the music.
Yeah.
I'd like I'm a soft guy, so I like that, that sensuality,
Yeah.
like that romantic feeling I get, and I feel like who I feel identify with it very much. So
Like the connection is just there.
yeah, just I could listen at that time. I could listen to it every day. Before I became a teacher,
Yeah.
I could listen to that song and just like study, take a shower, drive. I can just
Yeah.
listen to it. It feels good. And I just love listening to the music and then dancing to music. And
Yeah.
when Prince Royce came out, I was like, that's
Yeah.
my man, that's my boy,
I mean, there's this connection when you listen to a bachata music. You can listen to it in a car. You can listen to it after breakup. You can listen to it when you're happy. But I feel like, for example, salsa is just like you gotta have the energy. You know, I can't listen like 8 o'clock going to work like, like, you know what I'm saying? But like when you listen to bachata, it's kind of calm and it's just nice, and it's like you imagine stuff like, like, I mean, in a good way. You imagine stuff like dancing and kind of like, all of that.
Yeah. I mean, salsa has a different kind of energy for me, like different kind of. I feel more expressive of myself, like being powerful, do salsa. But bachata, I feel more like inside, like the inner me.
Yeah.
Like something comes out, and that was back in the day, right? And as bachata evolved, I have more options to express.
Yeah.
So I guess the key was I always loved dance.
Yeah.
I found Latin dance. I got into it. Style of salsa. Bachata came in. I was like, that's my jam. Started
Gotta do
bachata
that.
and salsa. But salsa was where all the glory is at that time.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Until like my first year university, right? Remember, I studied, I want to say studied, did some classes in salsa in Viva. And a guy, randomly, I was like, okay, it wasn't bad. I was quite good, right? For that level, newbie, it was okay.
Yeah.
And I was really passionate. I really love this thing. I love to be part of it. And that time there wasn't as many other types of people like myself dancing Latin, right?
You mean
Asian,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
even other forms,
Yeah.
of different kind of beautiful people we have in the world,
Yeah.
dancing this kind of style. And there was a guy, I'm not gonna name his name or where he's from.
Yeah.
He said to
or
me,
his address.
his address, his phone number,
His phone number.
But he said to me, he was like, "Why are you dancing salsa?" I was like, "It's like, well,
Why do you care?
I was like, I would know. I just didn't even know. I was like, as a stranger, I was like, because I like it. He's like, you shouldn't take this too seriously because you'll never be anything in this scene. What?
Ooh.
He was like, that's because, you're Chinese. And I'm like, damn.
Was this New Zealand?
Yeah. This is
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah, I remember that. And I really shocked. I was like, damn, that's, it's not like that person's being like malicious. It's
Yeah.
just, he just really believes, this is a Latino thing. If anyone wanted to take a class, why would they take a class from a Chinese person? Right.
Whoa.
And that kind of made me go, and that kind of got me stuck. Because I was like, well, I'll show you,
You weren't like, he has a point, or like did
No.
it degrade you, like confidence wise?
No, it just made me go, well, I think
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, because I was like, that means like, well, if that's the case, I just gotta work 10 times harder than the other people,
Yeah, but I don't think anybody ever cares.
I didn't either. That's why I kept at it,
Yeah.
But that was kind of like the fire that made me go, I'm gonna be good at this. I'm gonna do it properly.
Yeah, because of that guy.
Because that guy.
That
right?
guy.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a message for that guy right now.
I'll be like, hey, dude, thank you. Love you, man.
Man, this is such a.
Nah, man.
Fuck you, man.
Nah, you
Yeah.
can't. Nah, man, I don't think like that, bro. Like, I mean, like,
Where is he now? Is he famous though?
no.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he might be. He may be famous for something else. I don't know.
Yeah, in his
town.
colony.
Yeah, maybe in his town he's real famous and
amongst his
making-
family.
Exactly, but it's not important. Important is, it's like he was the fuel that kind of got me stuck.
Yeah.
And then throughout my journey, I go to all the workshops, go to teachers. I remember had a motorbike. I rode to every single teacher from Auckland. I mean, like
Nice.
everyone. Sione, Coco,
Yeah.
Giancarlo, and I
Yeah.
went to Australia. There was
Yeah.
Juanco, his ex
Yeah.
Brian's, Oliver,
Yeah.
everyone.
Nice.
Obviously, it's New York. I attend all the schools. I went into all these
Yeah.
grandmasters. There was like Franklin Diaz, like back his classes. Everyone. I just
Wow.
stuck to it. I just want to get that knowledge, and I just want to be like, I want to be good at this.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but
I mean, it's a
just do it.
passion, right? It's a
Yeah.
passion. But you brought up something that I really want to talk about is ego. And ego in dance. So my journey started in India, and I saw a lot of people who are amazing at that, amazing dancers, but whenever they got to a certain level, that ego started to pop off, you know? And I was like, hey, you're not teaching to save lives, you know? It's dance, and the point of it was to have fun. And one thing I've seen as a beginner is really hard. So how was it for you when you started out?
I actually really enjoyed the beginner's process.
Just because you were good at it, or
No, because I think how I approach things is something beautiful about learning something new.
Yeah.
You know, because you get to be part of that journey.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
like it's, most of life is not the destination, is the journey to the destination. And I think the beginning stages, when you go into a social, when you see a performance, you're like, wow, what are the possibilities?
Yeah.
That is amazing. So I loved it, and I always tell myself my life, like, just focus on the craft.
Yeah.
Don't write anyone off. He could be not good right now, but you don't know him in a year's time. You don't want to write yourself off too.
Yeah.
If you go, man, I'm just not where I want to be, I'll just work harder. Focus on the craft.
Yeah, I don't even look at it that way, like to write someone off or to not write someone off. I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't care at all.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what do I have to do to tell someone that, oh, you suck? Or like, what do I get out of that? Or like, hey, I mean, if you're an amazing dancer for sure, right? But like, I don't know. But the another ego thing that I feel like it's really hard, especially for guys, because guys in the bachata world have to lead, right?
Yep.
Is that as a beginner, you start to dance, and then the girls have that kind of like that ego where it's like, and I've seen a lot of guys feel that and they just gave up just because imagine you have never danced sensually with someone and now you have to take lead in it as well. And now the girl shits on you. And it's like everything just...
Yeah, I mean that's like that's life, bro. Like, it is like, imagine like studying for a test and then you fail. Your mom's like, failure. It's same.
Yeah.
I think ego is this. Like, how much is pride worth a kg? It's not worth anything. How much is your craft? Is everything.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, the scariest thing for me as an instructor or as a artist, some people say that, is that you start developing ego.
Yeah.
And that is dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it makes you compete with other people.
Yeah.
It brings negativity to yourself. Because by nature, we compare ourselves to other people.
Yeah.
Of course, and social media is like, you are the best. You shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
We all will feel that.
100%. I was comparing myself to you as well. I was like, yeah, he's tall.
Hey, but you got amazing hair, bro. I'm like,
oh yeah, because you're
I want
bald,
to get
right?
that, and I want to put that, all that, and just stick it
sure. Is it
on.
two dudes
on
just loving each other? Like,
exactly, man. Exactly. Nothing but love, bro.
But if so, like you've been in that scene. Someone has been shit to you. You've grown out of it. There are a lot of people who are beginners, guys, girls as well, right? What do you think they should do as a beginner, to not feel so overwhelmed or have that confidence go away?
Well, I mean, it's a hard one because like even if you're an advanced dancer, even if you're international, even if you go on tour and your face is on a poster, you still have those same issues. It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It could be you are dancing. There's a video of people taking videos of you, and it could be like 10 or 20 people posting you, reposting. Oh, I danced with you. It's amazing, right? And then you'll be thinking that one person who why didn't she post that video?
Yeah.
Am I not good enough again? Oh my God, she must think, oh my God, I'm a terrible dancer.
Yeah.
What? It could be that.
Or that one turn that I forgot to take.
Yeah.
It's just like, is she thinking about it?
Exactly. Yeah. It's just because our brains are wired to think negatively.
100%.
It's just, finding danger and caution and stuff, right?
Especially, it's like, it's not a you dance. It's a two people dance.
Exactly.
But another thing, like, this is a weird thing that one of my friend who dances bachata was out on a date with this guy who also dances bachata.
Yep.
And I think they've been going out on dates for like 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and then after they danced, she came back. She came back to me and she was like, "Yo, I don't want to date him." I was like, "Why?" He
Oof.
sucks in dancing.
Oof.
And I was like, wait, how does
Mm.
that translate into anything, right? He can be a great guy. Maybe he just started out like, and then the thing that she told me, I don't know if I keep this in the podcast, but I just want to tell you. She told me like guys who don't dance bachata well are not good in bed. Or are not good dancers or not good in bed. And that's how she used to judge the guy. And I was like,
I mean, it sounds like he dodged a bullet there, bro.
That's it.
I mean, he should be thanking her, man. I mean, like, you'd be like, thank God, you know. But at the same time, what a freaking amazing story to create. I would love to be that guy, because then I became like badass, and I'd be like, yo, this is how it got good.
Yeah.
You know, anything could be your field, my friend. Like, you know, the thing is, like, don't write other people off,
Yeah.
including yourself.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, you know, whenever let's say you see it with anything, right? I always tell my friends, or every one of my students, every time they feel bad, they lose a competition, lose out on the girl to the dancer, somebody looks at them and laughs at them.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you can do?
Abuse.
Focus on your craft.
Yeah, focus on your craft.
The only thing you can do.
Yeah.
If you're an actor, there's some terrible shit, right? The media hates you now. What do?
Punch them in the face.
No, make a badass film.
Make it back,
Win
yeah.
an Oscar and be forgiven.
Sorry.
Damn it, man. Man, you got some anger issues.
That's why I haven't made it yet.
Nah, you've made it, bro. You're doing pretty well. No, like, it's like the thing is, when you go into any realm for your first time,
Yeah.
there's always going to be insecurities, but that's the time when you know what you're made of.
100%.
100%. Like anything, like people say, oh, it's just dancing. It's not just dancing.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be an element of, you know, it could be making tea. Oh, it's just tea. No, it's something. If you're passionate about it, that's who you are. The thing is, there's you, what you do is a job, right? That's what pays you. You don't want to be there. What you choose to do with your time is you want to dance. That's who you really are. Yeah. You're a dancer. So you want to be judged by that. Yeah. You know, because I see rich people with money go to China, they go dance classes. Yeah. They're not, I don't identify as rich. I identify as a dancer. Yeah. Because they want to be judged by their dance skills. Yeah. If you're in the dance scene and you're brand new, yeah, of course, like you're going to start.
It's going to suck at the start,
You're going to start.
Yeah.
But enjoy it, because you're not going to get that back. Yeah. Because once you get better, I'm not saying know everything. Once you get better,
you're not gonna go for classes anymore, right?
So you always go with classes. You always 100%. I always do classes. 100%. Yeah. I still to this day. Yeah. Festivals, you see me in a class. I don't. It could be a brand new teacher I've never met before, danced for 3-4 years, and I'll be like, oh, I've never seen before. I'm gonna check the class out, and they'll see me in the class. And do you know why? Because there's something there you might learn. It could be a new move, a new concept, or teaching style. Yeah. Or just he's very nice, very funny. You know, you can always pick something out.
And it's also fun as well. Like you just meet other people.
Exactly.
But what do you suggest about, like, a lot of beginners try to learn from online on YouTube? I've tried that, and it's like the person who does it makes it look really amazing. And when I do it, I look like I'm handicapped or I have like some body issue. You know. So, do you think people should learn bachata online?
That's a hard question, my friend. I mean, different strokes, different folks. You know, like, you know, as a school owner, I'll be like, you should definitely learn from a teacher. But like, honestly, bro, like, social media and technology has come so far. No, I'm
talking about like watching reels and learning, not even like buying courses online.
Oh, you mean reels?
Reels, yeah.
I mean, if you have your fundamentals locked in, yeah. If you can get your shadows, your Madrids, can do a beautiful tilted turn, you can build a basic turn, you can do a pirouette, you know, you can spin really fast, you can spot, you got your posture right, you know the connection points, then you're just learning movements. 100%. But if you don't have those fundamental basics, I would go
for a class.
I would go get some privacy and go, hey, am I ready for it? It's like, if you're looking for a poem, to learn if you want to copy a poet, and you go, I like this poem, I'm gonna use elements of that. Cool. But if you can't speak English, and then you copy the sounds of a poem, you're missing something. Right? Because what you're really learning from dance classes is you're learning the core fundamentals of how the movements are put together. Okay. Right? And what we teach is, this is the alphabet. Now, what you've seen online with the combination are the songs that they make, the poems, the stories they make with the alphabets. But before you can do that, I strongly recommend you to learn the alphabets.
The alphabets verse, yeah.
Exactly. Once you have that, it's just different
You can just
concept.
do anything, yeah.
You can do anything. You're like, oh, that's a cool idea. I never thought of turning the words around and making that shape.
Yeah. Now,
No?
you spoke about having a dance class and your studio as well, right? Like a dance studio. It's not yours, but then,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing, yeah. So he teaches, and he and his team teach at Empire Dance
Mm-hmm.
Studios that I go to as well. So definitely come check it out. But my question is, what really differentiates, I mean, apart from the alphabet part, right? What
Mhm.
really differentiates what you are trying to do to what's already kind of available in the market? If you wanted to say, like, what are you really good at? The first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, look, the thing is, like, first of all, there are some amazing instructors in New Zealand,
Yeah.
and there's some amazing teachers out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's have different things to offer.
Yeah.
Right. I haven't been to everyone's classes, but
Yeah.
I'd like to go check it out one day.
Yeah.
Because they're all, first of all, we want to show respect to every single instructor before us.
100%.
But I mean, like, for us, I don't really see it like what we have as different. What I would like to say is what we focus on in our school.
Mm-hmm.
What we focus on is that for our beginner fundamentals improvers, we first start with the beginner classes. We have a very good set structure of what to do beginners.
Yeah.
And then we go into our core, I call it the core alphabet of how we make social dance movement. Social dance movement is different from performance.
Yeah.
So we teach the shower positions, the Madrid steps, and we teach how the movements go together. And then once we have that in like our improvers classes, then we go, now let's piece together combination. We do not teach combinations in those first two stages. So it's like I teach it like, you know how the Wing Chun method with like the Kung Fu method. It's like you got the white belt, got the yellow belt. So I teach it like that. I go
baby steps,
you know, and it might not be as like, I try to bring some fun, but it's like, we're here to give you something. We walk away. When you walk away, you go, look, I know these steps. And after like a course of us, we look at Instagram and go, oh, this combination is based on those steps. They just use that position to do this combination.
Yeah.
So it's like you're learning something in the structure. So
100%.
that's what we focus on.
Yeah.
No? I'm sure.
And I've seen the difference, to be honest.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've been to a lot of places, and the method that you teach, I feel like it aligns better with me.
Thanks, man.
That's how you say something that political. Yeah.
No, but I do mean it. I do mean it. It's like
it aligns better with the direction that I'm thinking about learning the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. See Instagram, that's what you do. That's how you do it. Love you guys. Yeah.
Okay, let's get a little bit not controversial, but I think it's a bit more educational for people who have never danced bachata, and they look at it. It's two people, legs in between. I mean, for sensual bachata, right? And they're like, "Yo, I mean, it looks really nice, but like, do these people know each other?" And that can also create this sense of like, hey, if I'm gonna go learn in classes, I don't feel safe. I don't know who I'm dancing with. I don't know who that person is. Especially when it comes to ladies, right? I mean, guys usually wouldn't feel like that, but first, my question is, how do you keep a balance in your classes? Because I've seen your classes are like so much in order. And second, what do you just tell people who feel like that?
Look, the stuff that we teach is based on a light lead. So we are very much about like light connection. Yeah. So to go into that, I go into this is how I break it down. You got your performance dancing. Yeah. You got your Jack and Jill dancing, and you got your social dancing. These are three very different things. My theory. Maybe some people had the similar concept, but this is how I break it down. Yeah. Performance connection. We know each other. We know the movements. We're gonna go 0 to 100, meaning 0 basics to a huge lift, a trick to show off our craft on a big stage. So our connection point's quite strong because we go do some cool stuff, right? Your Jack and Jill, we're gonna hit the music together. Both parties know what they're in for. He's gonna throw something cool. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna do something with it. Look good. Freestyle. Medium tension. Social dancing, light connection. Meaning every single movement is an imitation. So our connection points is not like we're close, we're like, we're close, but we're just connected. Meaning in any time if the follower is uncomfortable, they can
back off,
and it's just a slide.
And you also teach backing off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
like, hey, if you guys feel uncomfortable, this
Exactly.
is what should do, you know?
Yeah. And also consent's a very big thing.
Yeah.
So
100%.
in our school, like, hey, look, please, if you're uncomfortable, let us know. And that's why, like, the way we dance and social dancing is especially essential. Every movement is an invitation or a command.
Yeah.
If we go to a turn, to a sidestep, we turn, we're like, hey. And the girl
This is, yeah.
if the follower goes, no, they can not do it. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice, beautiful, relaxing communication. And it should never be like, you go down, roughly. So we kind of, whenever I teach these different categories, I break them down very separately. In AF dance, we teach social dancing technique, and we teach social dancing patterns. We don't teach performance patterns.
Yeah.
We don't have performance
Like
classes.
combos and
We don't do that yet. There are social dancing combos that's based from my syllabus, and there's performance dancing combos, right? Performance dancing is on a stage like this. So the movements have to be up like this, here, continuously showing. Now, for social dancing, that's not a thing because your connection is two people and it's a camera doing the thing for you.
Yeah.
Jack and Joe were demoing. You're demoing on the ground usually. So the movement you make is for the audience to do 360s. So every single dance you do, for example, if I do a demo, I'll be like, I want to do my demo on the ground. I'm not going to do it on stage because this takes away from the movements I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
If I do social dancing, I'm not going to mix my performance dance movement into social dancing because it's not going to feel very good.
Yeah. No, I understand. So that's kind of like, you the way you teach already creates a safe environment. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Like the method that you have come, to put together kind of creates that perfect thing, which I have seen it. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to, I don't get anything from promoting. Yeah. But
I appreciate it.
Yeah. But I've actually seen it. I think that, the difference for me was when I left, I remembered and it made sense. The dance made sense. Sometimes you learn something, but it doesn't make sense. But I mean, that was really a good point for really cool story. You said that a guy told you that you were Chinese and you won't make it as anything in this scene, right? Especially as a teacher.
Yep.
During COVID, I started watching Conan and Ritika's videos.
Yep.
And I just became a huge fan.
Yep.
Especially Cornell, because I'm a guy and people don't understand how hard it is to lead like that, because I'm telling you, I tried to do what he does and I look like there's something wrong with me.
Yep.
And those guys are just amazing, and they're Indians.
Yeah.
And they're one of the most famous, if not the famous people in the dance scene.
Yeah.
I mean, they have their own style now. I'm a huge. I hope like one day that I get the opportunity to go back in India and just take a class with them, and they literally inspired me to continue and just like be like them.
Good.
You know them, right?
Yeah, I do.
Your friends.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Cornell, we're friends now. All right. Now we've known each other for a while. So we met in Berlin, Australia in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
We've kept in touch. He did the Don't Rush challenge with me. I asked him. He reluctantly agreed.
Yeah.
And we keep in contact. He's just when he has a festival, he hits me up, and
you're gonna be meeting him soon as well, right?
Not sure.
Okay.
So he asked me for last year, but I was already booked for a different festival, so couldn't come. But maybe this year, I don't know.
Hey, True Friends would have cancelled.
True Friends I cancelled. Oh. You're making me sound bad here, by the way. He's got me stuck here.
No, just kidding. I get it.
Got me banned from India. Oh, damn it,
No, I know. I mean, it's good because when you give your word, you stick by it.
Yeah, I did. But I didn't agree. Yeah, I was like, let me think. He actually asked me too late, so I was like, I already committed to different thing.
So you're a commitment kind of guy.
Yeah, man. If I make a commitment,
you'll make a commitment.
It's in this industry, bro. When you give someone your word, you gotta deliver.
You gotta deliver. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's festivals
in every industry.
Yeah, exactly. It's about people. In the saying in China, before you do projects, you gotta do people. Means you gotta do how to be a person. It makes more sense in Chinese, but it says before you can
do people.
So that sounds really bad.
Yeah.
So before you do business, you must first know how to be a person.
How to know people, like
How to know how to be a good
how
person.
to be a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like be a good person. Because
Like
you
know
know,
yourself and like the values.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what is it to be a good person?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of true.
Yeah.
I think the older I get, the more I kind of understood that.
Talking
No?
about commitments, do you think in the bachata scene, it's harder to date someone who is not a dancer because they would be looking at you dancing with someone else while nothing is going on, but then in the back of their mind, they might be like, why are they so close to someone who is a bachata dancer?
I mean, look, I mean, I've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
I've seen girls who do bachata
Yeah.
who see their boyfriends dancing with a girl and they get mad.
Yeah.
I've had dance partners who I used to date see me dancing sensual with a girl and they're like, it's
Yeah.
you know,
And another thing is like they can't do it as well. Like, you know, they probably want to be that girl, but they can't because they haven't learned.
yeah.
And now they're like, you gotta stop.
They do other way around. It's the same, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys,
Oh,
seem
other
like,
way-
yo,
other way.
the guys gonna fight. He's gonna throw
Yeah,
hands,
nah.
man. Like, let's go.
Other way never works. Trust me, I feel like girls are more understanding than
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Thank God.
Has anyone ever told you like, hey, if you want to be with me, you gotta give up dancing?
I've been a dancer for like 15 years.
So
I-
probably yes.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Actually, no, because every girl that I meet knows this is my job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, it's not that I met them and then became a dancer. It was like,
Yeah.
no, I've always been dancer, and this is my way of making a living. And you know, and I'm sorry, but if you're gonna choose a dancer,
Yeah, you gotta choose a dancer.
you gotta choose a
Yeah.
dancer. Like, you know, it's like me saying, oh, you know, you're a doctor, stop being a doctor now. Like,
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
no sense. It's a job, you know. So I've been fortunate enough, you know.
That's good.
You know,
That's good. You said doctor. Now this is a stereotype. I'm sure it's not
Yep.
true, but I'm Asian as well, Middle Eastern.
Yep.
A lot of Asian parents expect their children to become a doctor,
Yep.
engineer,
Yep.
and that's what they see as a path to success.
Yep.
We will get to the part where you are theater actor and also movie
Yep.
actor in China, but you are mainly right now known for being a bachata
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah.
Was that hard?
Yes.
Was it
Yeah, man. My dad has not talked to me for 10 years.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like what you said, like I am becoming a bachata dancer or I'm going into films, and he was like,
Bye. It's like, cut, you're not my son. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and what kept pushing you to be like I gotta do it?
It's who I am, man. Like, I mean, like, I love it so much. I can't explain it.
Yeah, but where do you get the confidence from? Like if the family, like my family would do that, I probably might have be like, I gotta give up.
Focus on the craft. I mean, like, look, if you're really good at something,
Just do it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're a nugget in the stream, you're bound to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, and that time, and also in the same time, like, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing, and that is true, man. Like, you know, I didn't want to. My dad actually wanted me to be a lawyer.
A
No,
lawyer. Oh
a
yeah,
lawyer.
I forgot lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was actually studying Victoria University law. I dropped
Wow.
out, and I was like, no, this is what I want to do. And you know, I was like, you know, this is it. You know, I just something about this is when I perform, I can feel people looking at me. I know they like it. I know I get the energy from the stage.
Like you feel good about it.
I feel good about it, and I feel like in my heart I'm good at this.
No,
I
you're
really-
good at it. I know your heart. Just like I've seen it.
Thank you. But it was not.
Outside as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's hard. I mean, it definitely is hard. It's like when you're struggling and you know, this times I want to give up, man. You know, sometimes I think to myself, you know, you're a Chinese boy. Like, what are you doing this like this dance, like dancing in general, trying to be an actor?
Like you told that to yourself.
Oh, dude, all the time. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I'm positive. I'm honest. I'm a human being with insecurities, like every other person
Yeah.
in the world. You know, it's just.
But
it's
you've
life.
made it. Like I mean, you've achieved that. Do you ever feel like, hey, financially, if I was a lawyer right now, probably I would be, I don't know, the $10 million house by the Mission Bay. You know, do you ever feel like that, or are you satisfied with it?
Yeah, I mean, like, what? I mean, if you have a $10 million house, then what?
You're just not happy. You still do
You
something
still
that you're not happy.
gotta still gotta go outside for food, right?
Yeah.
You still gotta go traveling, right?
Yeah.
So what is that house there for?
So you're saying that literally you're doing everything while being a dancer.
I have no regrets, bro.
Can you make enough money out of having a dance school in New Zealand?
I think if you do it right, I think you can. And I genuinely think that.
Is there enough passion there? Like people who are keen to dance?
I mean, it's like this. People in the world, why are there so many collapses in the economy and everything else?
Yeah.
There's the 1% that go, there's something that's different that hasn't been done before. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
They freaking do it. And the 99% go, wow, that's the thing. Let me all do it. And then it collapses. The 1% that do something else.
Yeah.
Right now, yes, it's a small thing. It's not mainstream here. But what a great time.
Yeah.
Because it's an open market.
Yeah.
And the thing is, yes, there's no passion, but you as a person who's passionate about this, and you really are passionate about this, you need to be the infectious person to make them feel passionate.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I respect all the teachers, all the instructors, all the artists.
Because you know what they're going through.
I know what they're going through. And also without them, I wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
Without the teachers before me, like from Viva, you know, like or like in Latinismo, all these other schools that didn't set the groundwork for me.
Yeah.
Nobody know what this thing is. So I have nothing but respect for all the teachers that came before me, because without them, there would be no me.
Do you think there was a better scene before COVID, in the bachata, like dancing just in general, and then things change after COVID, or is it pretty much the same?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it depends on which country. I think bachata really blew up.
Yeah.
In Europe, Asia really struggled. New Zealand struggled. Asia struggled the most. China struggled the most because, like, the generation of dancers, like, they closed for like 3 years, right?
Yeah.
In that 3 years' time, there was no new intake. So all the older dancers got married, have kids, and that gap just.
Yeah.
So they're rebuilding from zero now to get new young people into dancing.
Yeah.
So that you see the rebuilding process right now. But again, opportunity.
Yeah.
New artists come in, spark like a new wave of things. It's a noble thing.
When I started dancing, I was 8-9 years old, and
Yeah.
this entire scene of Step Up, the movies. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
Chain Tatum.
Yeah, that was the first part, but then after that, it just like got crazy and then got into
Yeah.
3D and stuff. And there was a show that used to come called So You Think You Can Dance, which was huge, right? And everybody kind of like, if you were a dancer, you were the cool guy, you know?
Yeah.
I literally have not seen, like, after this TikTok dancing thing took over and like a lot of other things, that passion just in the world itself just kind of died. I feel like on an international level, it just went really down, where kids are not watching dance movies, they're watching UFC. So kind of like the thing that you would think you would like, it kind of shifts over there, you know? Why do you think suddenly this entire transition happened?
It depends on the people, man. Like, it's always the one person, always the shiny person. For example, have you're Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know them.
Like, they came out and they were shiny.
Yeah.
They were the product, and they did bachata.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the bachata then them. It was them and the bachata.
Then, yeah.
We need more people like that.
They created that, you know.
They create the hype around them. You've got some key artists.
Yeah.
They're like really badass. They come out of nowhere and be like, whoa, damn, look at them. What do they do? They're doing something badass. Bachata.
Yeah.
I want to be like them.
I want to dance like that with someone. I want to express myself with that with someone. Yeah.
Exactly. We need more like new, exciting, like passionate people, or artists, you know?
Well, you got me now, so I'm
Exactly.
a new, passionate.
Next generation, right? Yeah. Next generation.
I'm the next
superstar.
generation, but I'm kind of old.
No, I know. What are you talking about?
So you have taught a lot of people. Who is the most famous person that you ever taught?
Oh my God, this question. Oh man, who's the most famous person ever taught? You mean like
they made it really good, like after, like right now they're known and they were your student.
I mean, depends. Like, you mean like workshops, or you mean like
just in general,
like
someone
gave a private with
yeah, anything. But like now they're like world famous.
I mean, like A tier, B tier, C tier. I mean, like, look, um, I've taught a lot of people
Yeah.
in my life, and a lot of them have been like known teachers now. But I think the most meaningful one, meaningful people, are probably the one in Wellington. Are Ivan, Arena, Lucy. Those three are probably like my most meaningful people I've taught,
Yeah.
and in a domestic sense doing very well, and also international sense do have a sign of a foothold.
Yeah.
It's just the beautiful friendship, and what we created together was very amazing. I mean, in workshops overseas, you travel to your country and you do a thing, and there'll be 100 people there sometimes, and you leave and you don't know who's gonna make it, and maybe someone has, I get messages sometimes. People go, hey, I've taken your class. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You helped me, inspire me, and which
Saved
is
my
really
life.
let's not go that. Let's not get too not too crazy, but but I have that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the names because I don't want them. I don't want to make them feel like I'm using them for anything.
Yeah.
But because I can't take ownership of those people because I haven't coached and nurtured them.
Okay. So who is the most famous person you collaborated with? I think that's a better way to
Collaborate with.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not Bachata, but like, I guess A-list actors in China, collaborate with.
There was that lady on your Instagram. She was on the Chinese Got Talent.
Yeah, so I was in the final semi-finals Chinese Got Talent. I was in. Yeah.
So what was that story about?
Actually, to finish up my other point,
Yeah.
people collaborated. I guess I've done a funny TikTok with Cornell.
Yeah.
I've done some stuff with OJ.
OJ.
No, Sanjay MJ. Sanjay MJ. Oh, I'm so sorry, OJ, bro. I'm sorry, MJ. I've done stuff with, oh my God, so many people. I've done like different group stuff with people. But I mean, like, on a personal level, I think, just like Sanjay MJ, Cornell. I've done funny TikToks with like Mika, like with that Don't Rush collab. It's this is like, weird stuff. I mean, like, I know, I feel like every time I meet my artist friends, we're not like, yo, let's do a video. We're just like, yo, how's life? It's not it's not
What's
like
happening outside Bachata.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't feel the energy like when we see each other. It's more like, yo, let's have a drink. Let's hang out. Yeah. I mean, if we go collab, it's like, okay, let's plan this for like next year. And like, I'm in New Zealand, bro. I'm in the bottom of the earth. For me to go all the way to there for a 30-second video, just
no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So I'm like, But every time I see them, it's not chill. But anyways, but in terms of like, but I did like work with like famous celebrities in China, right? So, so one of my students, her Wang Bingyun, so she used to be a dancer in her youth, but when she was 78 years old, right? And I always said that if you can walk, you can dance. So that was my brand. I was like, if you can walk, you can dance. Anyone can be a dancer. She came up to me and go, teacher, I want to be a famous salsa dancer. I was like, you know what? I made a commitment to my word. I said, I will help you.
Yeah.
Right? And then like there was China's Got Talent. They go, do you want to enter? She said, I want to enter. I was like, why not? Let's feel a lot, right? So I made a social choreography so I can lift and do tricks and stuff. I was like, you just hold your core and I'll flip you around and stuff, right? So she went there, got into China's Talent. We did our choreo, and instantly she became an overnight like celebrity. Just like
really?
In her TikTok, it's like, I think there's like something like 100 million followers on her TikTok in China.
Oh my God.
And I always go back to like work with her, but she got massively famous. Like just like she got like crazy famous. So and then she's like, she's always, every time I'm in China, she's she wants to look after me, and
nice.
she's like, thanks to you, I have like this new life.
Yeah,
I was like, now she sells stuff on TikTok. It's hilarious. Yeah, I know. I also work with this very famous, beautiful dancer called Jinxing, Stella, and she's very famous for her talk show. They call it the Oprah Winfrey of China.
Yeah.
Interview Brad Pitt and everything. So I did a show called Let's Dance Together, and she picked me up. Oh, you're really good. Let me do a thing with you. And we danced a little bit on stage, and she invited me to her school in Shanghai, and I helped teach her school as well.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just really cool. This is like the people that I can work with. I still fly to China, like all occasions to teach and work with them to make videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is. So you made someone really famous.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm. Who's the famous person?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. I made her.
probably.
Like she's really famous.
good.
She's really famous.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll send you some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
she's like China famous, bro.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that's
I've
cool.
made a few people famous actually. China, like,
now you're remembering it.
yeah, I just don't think like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, because when I asked you, like, oh, so you're not meaningful. I'm like, no, man, you made some people really famous.
I
Like,
did.
so-
I mean, like some of my students. I mean, like I taught them. They go tours internationally. They
Yeah.
teach, and but I wouldn't call that famous. I'm like, it's bachata. I mean, they're known.
they're
like,
known.
They're known.
in
They're
the
known.
in the,
yeah,
in the scene.
yeah,
at least.
and I don't. I mean, I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
People don't need to know that I'm the teacher.
Yeah.
I know. They know. I'm
That'd
happy.
be good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't work like that.
But if there was something that you could change in the bachata scene in New Zealand, what do you think would be better for like improvement?
Oof. Let's see. Let me think of that question for a second. How can I answer this and get in trouble? No. I think that there is there's a big debate, not just in New Zealand, about what is bachata. That has been a big.
Sensual or versus like the old school. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's people saying that Central Bachata is not bachata. It should just be called Dominican Bachata. It's the real stuff, and
Yeah.
this is colonization, and this is bad. Stuff like that, and the students again, know what's going on, and I say this. So, again, I understand where they're coming from, because if you grew up like with your family dancing to bachata music, your mom does it, your sister does it, it's your family, you've done all your life as a kid, and you come to New Zealand and you see like foreigners dance bachata, go, oh, you're not, and they go, you're not dancing bachata.
Yeah.
You feel pretty bad. You're like,
100%.
and that's not okay. I get that. And people seeing their culture appropriated in a different way and changing and stuff. I can see how it feels, and I get that point.
Yeah.
But in the same time, being a Chinese person, I feel the same way about every time an Italian makes spaghetti. Because spaghetti came from China.
Really?
Yeah, do you know that, right? Do you know? Marco Polo brought spaghetti over. So remember the internet, every time you're eating spaghetti,
It came from China.
if from China,
Holy
you're a colonizer.
Oh no.
No, but all jokes aside, it's
Yeah.
like, but the Chinese.
So you're saying the culture should be more diverse? Like, don't bother who is doing what.
No, I mean, like, be accepting of change. I think let it evolve.
So you think that's a problem here in New Zealand?
Yeah,
A little bit.
because
yeah.
people are fighting each other, saying that's not real bachata. That's not real bachata.
Really.
It's always a thing, and the teachers are always kind of like finding ways to like. Okay, one thing I've just to the point. Sorry, man. To the point, I just got into that's something I'm passionate about.
You're good.
To the point. One thing that could change. Guys, get along. Stop picking the negatives of other teachers. We all have negative sides. We're people. We have problems. We're not perfect. We don't know everything.
Yeah.
But by God, we're all trying.
Yeah.
And we all love this. Let's all be friends.
That's a great message.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because I'm not perfect. I don't know everything in bachata.
I mean, you keep saying you're not perfect, man, but
I'm a human being.
piano, singing, theater, acting, doctor.
Doctor?
Well, I mean, you probably could do that as
No,
well.
no.
100%. Like,
No.
Studied law as well, right? Tall, handsome, does movies as well in both New Zealand and China. How did you get into that?
It's funny because I went to China because I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like I wanted to China to be a bachata instructor. I was like, I want to do the acting thing. I wanted to be a superhero in a movie.
Yeah.
I wanted to be famous, right?
And you got the qualifications as well, you know.
Well, I hope. I hope. So I ended up going to China. I was like, I went there. I was like, what should I do? You know, because I have no money. I had a backpack.
Yeah.
I had like 1,000 yuan in my pocket. I was like, what should I do? So I started teaching dance.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I can do salsa. Bachata, can I teach dance? And I remember there was Phoenix Dance, Mambo Jack employed me for Beijing. And Ho Xian Day, different school, employed me as well. So I used to jump from schools to schools, teaching classes. That's how I made my living. And then I auditioned for like different TV shows, web series, movies in China.
Yeah.
But what I realized was that it was really bloody hard going against other Chinese people who also speak the language.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, much better than me, who can read more than I couldn't really speak Chinese that well at that time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but at that time it was really bad. So I was like, damn, this is hard. I mean, I got some gigs, but it wasn't anything big. So I was like, what should I do? And I was like, I realized in China, so when the most of the really good, good actors that match the criteria go into acting school,
Yeah.
they get to pick between, the musical theater side, dancing side, acting side, a lot of them go to film acting.
Yeah.
Because that's where the money is. You don't have
Fame,
to-
money. Yeah.
And also you don't have to train dancing and jumping around and
Yeah.
stretching. That's, I'm tired, dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, so musical theater, there's there's still people auditioning, but not as much competition in that area. So I just kind of did a 180 and went to musical theater, which I love. I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to act.
You also have an eye for niche, like when something is not too much of you, like, I'm going to go do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went for that, and I got introduced to a amazing guy. His name was Mr. Lee. He was a producer for like big theater shows, and at that time I was kind of being kind of well known for my salsa and bachata in China.
Yeah.
And that time it wasn't as big, it was like just kind of starting off. And Mr. Lee's like, this guy's got something. He's like, I want you on stage. And that's how I got into Shenzhen Boulevard. He put me into Shenzhen. I started training in the Shenzhen dance schools, like proper dance training.
That's nice.
Like really, and I was like, everything hurts. And then he got Joey McKinley. He was actually a Tony-winning director from New York to do the Shenzhen Boulevard show.
Just show, yeah.
And he came and he's like, so he did the directions and everything, and I just kind of followed through. And that was my big breakout, like, musical theater thing.
So you had like this huge breakout where someone from Hollywood came over and you had this thing and people watching you, and why didn't you just continue that in China?
Well, my mom got sick. So when I was going like this, I remember when I was doing Shenzhen Boulevard, I was also considered for a film with the Chinese film group. Like a Dominican Republic China's collaboration movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Actually, it was supposed to be guest star Vin Diesel. I was like, I was super excited about it. And they also asked me to be the choreographer for that movie as well. I was doing stuff with Jing Xin. Let's dance together. She actually offered me to be her dance partner. She's a really famous dancer in China, personality. And I was going up, and then I got a cold, and mom's like had diabetes, caused heart failure, then stroke.
Oh my God.
And then I found cancer. So, and I was like, my mom, it's just me and her. There's no one else.
Yeah.
So it's either I keep going by career or, go back and look after mom. And I mean, and I had a moment just to think, I was like, she's the only person that's in my life that's really close.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is the point of having like a good career if you're not doing it for anyone?
Yeah.
So at that time it was a hard decision. I just kind of I called my directors and I called my agent. I was like, hey, listen, I gotta go back home to New Zealand. And it was hard. It was really tough. It was, you worked really hard, taking all the roles, doing all the networking, you audition, you train, to finally get so close, and then to have that, and then you make a big life-changing decision that you go back home.
Hey man, but the regret of choosing the other, I feel like it would weigh you down so much in
Oh,
the
yeah.
future.
100%. Like I won't like. I'll be sad if I didn't do this, but I will never forgive myself if I don't do that.
Oh, yeah, no, I
So,
understand.
Yeah, but going back to New Zealand was hard because I had no money.
Rebuild everything.
Rebuild everything, man. Like, I mean, like, what kind of job can I do in New Zealand? Like, well, I'm a musical theatre actor for Shouldn't Boulevard. Great.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
What kind of shows? We got some free shows. Do you want to be part of it? It's
Yeah.
like, so I was like, I got a car, started driving Uber, went back to university.
Oh my god.
I started another dance school. I started a femme dance, New Zealand. And I just grind and looked after mom, make sure she takes medication, goes doctor visits, give her emotional support. Dad's not around, just me.
Yeah.
So, just kind of nurse her back to health. And now she's better.
Oh, now she's better.
Yeah. COVID happened that same time.
Oh my god.
And it locked down everything. So everything's like, and I was like, I went from like, going to all these like swanky parties, riding nice cars, being on set, having my assistant, doing festival tours, talking to celebrities, to like driving Uber and picking people up, my hoodie, it's life. And
Hey, sometimes things happen for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like something I would always imagine that destiny wants something really good for you, especially if you are a clean person. I'm not clean, sorry. Like if your heart is in the right place, right? Then your destiny is just really good. So something that you would consider really bad and disappointing, you don't know what would have happened if you did that
Exactly.
movie. You don't know what could have gone wrong, which it didn't.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to be a positive. Oh no, great man. Yeah, this is But shout out to you for rebuilding your
Thanks,
life.
man. Thanks.
I mean, everyone looks from outside like, oh, he's an amazing dancer, but then, he lost everything that he worked for, came back as an Uber driver, and now he's on the top again.
Dude, Uber is fun though. God, I love this. Like no pressure. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. I think that I was quite a bitter person, and I kind of worked out of it. I do a lot of work myself up here. I think I decided to go back to study. That was like I was like, look, what am I missing right now? What do I need in my life? I need to be more educated. So I went back to studying.
Yeah.
So it's like as I say to people, like whenever shit goes down, there's only one thing you can do: focus on your craft.
Focus on your craft.
Focus on your craft, because the craft will take you there. The thing is, like, it doesn't matter about anything else. You got your thing to do, get it done. Don't think about the emotional side. Focus on what needs to be done in that
Yeah, man,
moment.
that's easy to say, right? Like,
Yeah, it's the hardest
a lot of people like get into drugs and get into, just to cope up with the pain of what they lost. But like not doing that is fucking amazing, man. Seriously,
Yeah,
that's
dude. I mean, like everyone's journey is different. I mean, like I could have taken the wrong path. I had good people around me.
really.
And I mean, I could have taken the wrong path, and something could have bad happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I just go. I was like, my mom needs me. I gotta feed her. Like,
Hey, no, man. I'm sure your mom is proud of you as well. Like,
Yeah, she is.
I hope she watches this
Yeah.
part. I'll send this to part too for sure. But like,
Thanks.
seriously,
Thanks, bro.
I think it's great that she raised you so well,
Thank you, man. Appreciate
and
that.
she also, has you by your side. But because I know how it feels being the only like just you having your mom around, and it's tough. It's tough, especially if you're a guy. It's tough. You got to man up way before that you are expected to, and you probably don't have someone who you can
Yeah.
rely on,
Mm.
as much. So, but what you're building is great. I'm sure your children are just gonna learn so much from you as well.
Yeah, man. They do, like, it's a really nice, it's a beautiful Maori saying in New Zealand is that, what you do, how you judge it is how you judge your actions is that would your ancestors be proud of you? And would your grandchildren be proud of you?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think that when I tell my story,
Sure.
I hope they're proud of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure in the future they'll watch this and be like, yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully,
And
I get some views.
You become like this
I get
huge.
some-
You become this big podcaster, man.
I mean, I do it for the passion, as you said.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Because we are a little bit closer to wrapping it up.
Yep.
I've got some rapid fire questions for
Go
you.
for it. Yep.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep, yep.
Are you sure? Okay. Well, there's no pass, so you have to answer.
Oh damn.
And
Okay.
you can't take much time. That's
Okay.
the whole point.
Go
okay.
ahead.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay. Person you would trade place for a day.
My friend Lovepreet in
Yeah,
Australia.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be? Why?
Oh, he's just a very good-looking guy.
Very good-looking
I'll
guy?
take a lot of selfies.
So are you? Biggest fear in your life.
Because what?
Fear. Biggest fear in your life.
To be alone.
To be alone.
Yep.
Okay. Best bachata dancer you ever met.
So many. Like male or female?
Any.
Oh fuck. Any. Best bachata dancer.
Okay, 5.
So
So this is rapid fire. Just
Just
name someone.
Lewis or Pablo. They're all amazing. Oh, freaking amazing. Oh, good.
No, this is tough. This
Okay.
is tough. Worst bachata dancer you ever met.
Oh my god. Me 10 years ago. There you go.
This is so smart. Okay. Biggest risk you ever took in your life.
Become an actor.
Become an actor. Yeah.
Bachata dancer.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Guilty pleasure.
Chocolate ice cream
Chocolate.
and Luffy. Anime.
Okay.
One Piece, yeah.
Worst advice you ever got.
Oh my god, so many. Worst advice I ever got. Do what your parents say. That's actually the worst advice. Do what your mum says. That's
But you
terrible.
didn't. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's the worst advice I ever got. Yeah.
If you had to choose to be alone on an island with one person, who would that person be?
My partner.
Your partner.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Someone you would like to meet again just for 1 hour.
My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No regrets in my life, bro.
No
Did
regrets.
everything I want to do. Tick every single box.
How big is it?
Hmm? How big is what?
Your passion for dance.
Oh, I was like, how big is what? Like, I mean,
That was a
like,
trick question.
I mean, dude, I think my passion for movement and creative arts,
Yeah.
creating shapes to inspire and to move people, making them forget about their problems, their troubles for that 1 second or 2 minutes on stage, dude, I can't. There's no number or words to describe how
express
much
it. Yeah.
passion I have for the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, you did well. Okay, congratulations.
man.
That was really good. Very smart answers. You know
Thanks,
how
bro.
you're really well media trained. All right, man. Any closing remarks?
Keep dancing, enjoy life. Life is short. Love everybody, because you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
And things might look nice from the outside, but you don't know what's inside. And just be kind. Just be kind. That's all.
Don't compare yourself.
Yeah, just be kind. Love
Just
yourself.
Yeah.
Love everyone else. That's it.
Yeah,
No?
that's great. And thank you guys if you watch this. I highly appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on stage. Thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
watching. Thank you for coming on stage between us. If you guys are interested in learning bachata, I can't really express how much I'm trying to say this, but do check them out. They have free taster classes that you can go and just see how it is. They're really professional in the way they conduct their business. And yeah, so Empire Dance Studios. That's where he does every Friday, Thursday, and just follow them on Instagram. And they're really nice. They're really amazing. You're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna make new friends, and hopefully we can grow the community together, bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next show. Thank
Alright,
you.
love you guys. See you soon. Bye.
Yo.